Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Robert and the guys over at Brilliant Games Studio were kind enough to send me early access, so a huge thank you to them. I will put the Steam page linked in the description below. So guys, if you want to see more epic battle simulations on the channel, please leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new around here. It's the best way for me to gauge if you want more. And let me know in the comment section down below what simulations you would like me to play with. These are all the current models. I have early access, so I pretty much have free reign to do whatever I want. So please do take into consideration that this game is in early access and is subject to changes and developments, of course. But welcome guys. I'm so excited for this battle. We're going to be playing a massive 100,000 medieval castle battle. Now firstly, there are two battles in today's episode. We are going to be playing on the ultra settings, of course. So firstly, I have a massive 100,000 battle simply to stress test the game and the engine and my computer. I have a pretty good computer. I'll go into the specs later on. So the purpose of the first battle is to simply stress test. So unfortunately my computer isn't good enough to run 100,000 characters, so it's roughly around about 5 frames per second, which isn't good. You're not meant to play this game on those settings. In comparison to Total War, this is 5 times bigger than a Total War battle. You only roughly can get around about 20,000 men. I've got 100,000 on screen and I'm running at 5 frames a second. If you had a really like an insane computer, I reckon you could run it with the game engine. So I've got two battles. I've got this 100,000 man battle here today, first up, and then I'll put a timestamp and I'll put it up on screen now when the second battle is, and that will be 20,000 men, so it'll be a hell of a lot smoother. It's what you really should be playing this game at. Now if you would prefer to go watch the second battle in today's video with a higher frame rate and skip the stress test, by all means you're most welcome to do it, but it's not terrible, the frame rate on this. 5 frames it's not too bad. You can still, like, it's a bit choppy, but it's not too bad if I'm being honest. So what is Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator? So simply, it is a sandbox game that allows you to play massive battles, which is a hell of a lot of fun. So I've got my archers and my knights in the castle defending. I've got some knights here on the flank in sort of the shallow waters. On the far left we have a ridiculous amount of enemy catapults on the side, and then we've got their reinforcements down there, the majority of them. Now if I'm being honest, the Creative Assembly should be concerned because there are some fantastic features. They should be concerned as a competitor to this because, like I said, there's some really cool features. You can actually individually control these units if you want to. Yes, you can click and choose them. It's like Mountain Blade. You can control them, you can pull them out of position and start shooting. If they actually had that in Total War, that would be ridiculous. So we've got 100,000 characters here. I'll go into my PC specs because I do have a pretty high rig. We'll zoom in and get some cinematic shots in a sec. So I've got an Intel i7 core 4790K processor. I have a GTX 980 superclocked. I've got this in the description below and in my channel page. And also, please do take into consideration when you're playing Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, don't press N on your keyboard because you can drop a nuke, which is quite funny. I thought that was hilarious. So yeah, I honestly, when I was like testing this game out, I accidentally pressed N. I was like, what in the flying fuck was that? Anyway, yeah, I've got 16 gigs of RAM and I've got a 250 gigabyte SSD, so it's a pretty high rig. I got it like a year and a half ago, so it's a pretty high-end rig, and it's running this battle at roughly 5-10 frames a second, as you can see here. So my archers are raining fire and death upon the enemy. The knights are going toe-to-toe here with the first engagement in the shallows. But like I said, if you want to see a bit more of a smoother frame rate, I've deliberately left the the watermarks, sort of like the HUD stuff on the left, so I can show you guys the frames, the time of day, and just how many men are on this battlefield going toe to toe. But let me know in the comments what other battles you'd like to see. There's Romans, there's Spartans, there's World War II. I'm assuming there's... I did see other models that they had, but that aren't in the game. So we are still defending the castle valiantly. Their catapults are moving off the hill. I thought they would have had enough range to shoot up and over here. So now we're actually controlling an individual unit here, which is insane. You can actually push up and attack people, which is awesome. So we're going to move up here. It's a little bit choppy, like I said, and we'll see how we go here trying to kill some people. So as you can see, you've got the targets you can choose from and the red. So we died pretty quickly. And unfortunately, battle-wise, the enemy is actually on the back foot, and you actually can control the enemy if you want. That's really cool that you can just go in and out where you please. You can choose the individual unit and just let everyone else go to toe. And I unfortunately got hacked and slashed down there once more. My team, Team 1, roughly has around about 40,000 left now, and we've killed around about 30. We do have Skirmisher, Archer, superiority. However, I did give them an abundance of catapults. Team 2, the enemy, has roughly around about 20,000 left, 17, and has only killed 2,500. They're waiting for their catapults to slowly but surely make their way down. Now, I did think I found a bug with the pathfinding for the catapults that spawned up on the hill. I'm not entirely sure if it is deliberate, because I did see in one of the trailers that they did have I believe it was Roman soldiers falling off here, but the catapults are falling off the side of the hill. I did give them the attack order to hit the castle, but it looks like some of them taking a little bit of a tumble off the cliff. And they're just creating a bunch of wood fire there. So let's now get to some more unit perspectives. So we're still holding on. The knights on the left are doing incredibly well. The catapults and the remaining footmen are still pushing up. The catapults are peppering. They are relentlessly peppering the castle. The enemy are trying to make their way up here, but they're just getting smashed by archers. I'm going to get myself a control of an archer, and I'll show you like how much you can move them out of position, and you can just pretty much loose and do whatever you want. So like I said, you have full control of this unit to shoot. So let's get some pot shots off at some catapults. Not the most accurate. Let's try and get an angle upon those footmen pushing up. Maybe we can take out a couple as well. But if they could have this in other games, it'd be awesome. They've really taken the initiative here. We've really got them on the ropes here now. They roughly have around, well, we have roughly around about 30,000 left. We've killed about 40,000. They have around about 8,000, and they've only killed 5,000. We've got my knights really pressing and harrying up upon here to carve up the last of the footmen. Their catapults, I probably gave too many of them. And now that most of the units are dead, it is becoming a little bit sort of easier to see what's going on. So my knights are really carving up their footmen. I originally thought the knights were a cavalry-based unit, so I probably did give myself too many knights, which is a little bit overpowered. But like I said, we've got them on the ropes. They're about to capitulate here, surely. My archers did a superb job so far. Alrighty, we've got a last stand here. The castle, their catapults are pushing up. They've only got around about 8,000 left. I think it's fair to say that we've won. And yeah, I thought we might adopt some sort of scorch earth tactics, if I do say so myself. So now they've taken the hill position, and now they haven't. I really love as well that you can just be a bloody madman and just drop nuclear bombs, press Z on your keyboard wherever you want, just to wrap up these battles when need be. And it really does look good. So without further ado, I think it's time to move to the second battle, which is only going to be 20,000, which will be more like a total war battle. It's still going to be better optimized than a 20,000 total war battle. So let's get stuck into it then now, shall we? Okay guys, welcome to the second battle of today's episode. So if you have skipped ahead, welcome. This is going to be a 20,000 man battle, which will be a hell of a lot smoother than the stress test. I'm pretty sure the game is optimized for you to play at that 100,000 level. You just need a computer for it. So this is going to be roughly about 30-60 frames per second. Be a hell of a lot smoother. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, I wonder if there's someone who has like a better rig than me that could play this. So we're going to be playing as the defending Spartans here today. So we have 2,500 Spartans. We've got 3 army points. So we've got the archers at the back, and then we've got the 2 choke points of the front here, 2,000 on either side. We're going to be facing the Romans here today. They have 8,000. Oh, they've got roughly around about 11,000 Romans. I gave them 250 catapults and 2,000 archers as well. We're going to be controlling a lot of Romans and Spartans here today. It should be a lot of fun. So let me know in the comments what other scenarios you would like me to do. I did show the models beforehand. Maybe we could do some more sort of, I don't know, themed videos as well, maybe specific battles and stuff. I only got 1 map so far, but it's a pretty big map. You can do a hell of a lot of stuff. So the Romans are ready and raring to go. The Spartans holding the line. Place your bets. Spartans versus Romans. Who's gonna win? Nobody knows. Well, I guess if you skipped ahead you would know, you bastard. But anyway, let's get stuck into the video. So they've got 2 armies. They've got 2 armies approaching from each side. They got their catapults on the hill, ready to put suppressing fire down and rain fire and death upon the enemy. I'm going to keep the HUD up simply because just to show the frame rates and just the remaining kills and stuff. Hopefully it's not too much of a distraction. But here we go. We're fresh off the gate. So the AI is pushing to the left of field. The Spartans are going to get the really first brunt force of the Romans. And my archers are starting to volley off. So this is what you sort of more expect with a bit better frame rate, of course. The catapults are closer in as well. I've learned my lesson from last time. So hold the line, brave Spartans. We could even do like a battle of Thermopylae. We could even do some Roman scenarios. There's so many options. There's so many things we can do for this ultimate epic battle simulator. Okay, so I think they're causing a bit of friendly fire, if I'm being honest. So we're being pushed back here a bit. The kills-wise is pretty even. Now we're going to control an individual unit here. I'm going to get someone a little bit more closer to the front. So as you can see, I'm going to basically pull him out of his rank, and I can push him as far as I want to. Full control of the units. Alright, let's see if I can get a couple of better angles. I can't tell if I'm actually killing anyone. So we've still got a fair few left. It's still quite even kills-wise. However, they have an abundance of catapults. Alrighty, we slightly still have the higher enemy kill count. The Romans are making their way up slowly. Those catapults are just rinsing the Spartans. They've flattened a hell of a lot of them, even some of their own men. So just hold the line. My archers are still putting suppressive fire down. They've got pretty decent range from up here. We're still holding on to the castle. Will we be victorious here today? No one knows. So let's actually command a and we're dead. 5 seconds in. The Romans have made their way up. Let's try and get a kill here with Leonidas. Oh god. And that's 2-0. Sick KD. Maybe we're better off controlling a Roman, trying to kill a Spartan. I've got them on the hold position. I think... Oh no! I think he was actually killed by a catapult, not by me. So the Romans have made it up to the 2nd level. And the catapults are really doing the business. Oh, there goes a... There goes a Spartan. Yeah, as you can see, they're trickling up. They've smashed the Spartan. They've smashed the first force holding. Alright, let's control an archer here now and maybe try and swing around and try and pepper some of these Romans. Come on, mate. Haul ass. Keep coming. Yeah, we're only slightly ahead on kills, but we're outnumbered towards the end. Right, see if we can be a little bit more fortunate controlling an archer than a Spartan. That's really just copping the stuff. See how many we can get here. Right, there's someone on the left there angled. Come on. Come on. We've loosed 2 shots. We might be able to pierce them from behind. How many shots does it take to kill someone? There we go! 3 arrows. Straight into the fucking, like, abdomen. Alright. That's one down. Oh, fucking hell. Catapults coming left and right. I don't know how the hell I'm still parrying it. Uh-oh, they're getting a bit too close for my liking. So we can pull back a bit here. See if we can get another one. Because you can just come back and forth as you please. Like, you don't have to be an archer for the whole game if you want. See if we can get one here. There we go. I think I just got one then. Maybe it was a Spartan. Try and get a headshot. Come on. Oh, I don't know if I should count that one. Alright, fuck this. The Romans are still continuing their offensive. In hindsight, giving them 250 catapults probably wasn't the best idea, but you can still get these panning cinematic shots now with the higher frame rate. So the Romans have broken through the first line of defense, then the second, and now there's my lonely archer there who I pulled out of position. We've got some archers around the side getting some angling shots, and then we've got the last line of archers still holding the castle. Like I said, only time will tell if the Romans and the Spartans, who would win? It's going to be a close one because we're basically out of infantry now. We just need to withstand the catapult shots, and there's not like there's an ammunition deficit. They've got an abundance. I think they've got unlimited, so they have an abundance, obviously. Try and get some pot shots here with the enemy archers. The Romans have definitely pushed through now. They're pushing up through the steps. They've passed the first gateway. And now they're meeting a bombardment of archers. Loosing volleys left, right and centre. And this, yeah, it kind of does remind me of Mountain Blade. Oh, for fuck's sake. I want to try and get a kill here with the Romans. Yep, there we go. Vina Vina Vicky! Oh, I died. I was doing a lot better playing as an archer. Come on. It's because as soon as you move you... There, I got one. Right through the fucking kidney. It's a lot harder because as soon as you move your shield, you just get exposed by... I was just on an angle there and got absolutely smashed. So there's roughly around about 1,000 Spartans left. We've killed about 4,000 of them. There's about 9,000 Romans left. They're catapults with the real MVPs. We're shooting them from behind now. They're at the bloody steps of the castle. It's about to fall. Ah, shit. The Romans have made it all the way to the courtyard now. It is only a matter of time before the Spartans fall to the Romans. But hang on a minute. This is Sparta.
This is Sparta!
Typical Leonidas, keeping a nuclear stockpile under the Temple of Delphi. Cheeky bugger. So unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed it as much as I've had. I've had an absolute blast on Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. I'll put the Steam group in the description below if you guys want to go check it out, and just stay tuned for more updates on there. Huge thanks to Rob and the team. Really, really do appreciate it. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below what other battle scenarios you would like me to do. So leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new around here if you haven't already. Check out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all in the description below. If you guys want to get yourselves some cheap and reliable games, maybe a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Patreon and Steam group there as well. Thanks guys for watching. Remember to make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day and stay tuned for more videos on the channel. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.